Hey guys, what is up? Kevin Cage back with another cryptocurrency video. Be sure to hit that like button if you like what you see and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps the channel out a lot and I appreciate it. And today I'm battling a cold, so I apologize if my voice sounds a little different. Doing everything I can, so I just wanted to get some content out for you guys today and cover some important topics before we do see this price action really break through. So what I want to talk about today, actually, this was just shared by XRP Neo. This is a common PNG file graphic that really just shows XRP's use case. But I wanted to talk more about Ripple XRP, quoting kind of things from the CTO of Ripple, David Schwartz, and what he said in the past. And people are big on comparing cryptocurrencies, digital assets, especially in the top 10. And I just wanted to make a point on why there's more than enough opportunity and use cases in this market for a lot of the top players to all succeed and, have their own market share and utility. And so this is going to be a video on Ripple XRP versus the Ethereum platform. So really quick, David Schwartz goes on to say this. And keep in mind, he's very close with the creator of Ethereum as well. Obviously, XRP is a little older, but everybody in this community that works on blockchain and, in this type of space knows each other, and they were here in the very beginning. So right here, he goes on to say, I developed a lot of that technology, and I would never claim that it's superior to Ethereum. Yes, the XRP ledger can confirm a transaction much faster than Ethereum can, and it can perform a much higher number of transactions per second than Ethereum can. By those measures, it's superior. But you have to remember that Ethereum's aimed at a completely different use case. You can't use transactions on Ripple's ledger to execute smart contracts on securely shared state. This is the main use case Ethereum is targeting, and the XRP ledger just can't do it at all. XRP is heavily optimized for several use cases. These include settlements of cross-currency payments, secure storage, robust credential management, off-ledger scaling, and so on. That necessitated a different set of trade-offs than Ethereum made. XRP technology is far superior to Ethereum if you care about settling international payments, if you care about it, little typo there. Ethereum smart contract technology is far superior to XRP technology if you want on-ledger computing and smart contracts. So very different use cases, and in the market, of financial technology and global finance, there's plenty of room for both. So what I want to emphasize too, and I was just kind of gathering some information from various articles and different experts, is you have to know that obviously, Ripple's synonymous with XRP still to this day if people, are stubborn, but I'll sometimes refer to them as both. It doesn't really matter, in my opinion, because we understand that we're talking about the digital asset, and I'll use them interchangeably. So sorry if that upsets you. But really, XRP is completely different to the Ethereum platform. Ethereum, they focus on providing a platform for building distributed applications and can utilize, almost unlimited computing power, and you can mine Ethereum. XRP, or RippleNet, it's a global payment settlement network, and it's targeted at banks to reduce the payment settlement time. XRP is, of course, pre-mined, so there's no mining bonuses. The mining process has to be taken care by financial institutions. So, a while back in 2017, there were already over 75 banks using Ripple, the actual company, the payment company, including Santander and UBS. And basically, a Ripple kind of platform can be built on Ethereum, but the block time for Ethereum is around 15 seconds. And a block time is the time interval for which a new block is published. As the block contains valid transactions, in terms of block frequency, the more number of transactions are confirmed. So the Ripple network can confirm transactions under 3.5 seconds. And keep in mind, XRP has its specific use case and is doing a better job than Ethereum if you use those categories to measure it. And I think Ethereum's a great project. I think we're going to see a lot of success. I think that they are encountering a lot of trouble in terms of scaling, and that's why I think Cardano ADA will potentially surpass them. Keep in mind, though, Ethereum was here first, so they might actually develop that market share, and as companies begin to build on that platform, they might realize the flaws and see the congestion and actually go to Cardano, but they need to make sure that Cardano and IOHK continues to work on ADA as well, because this is I mean, it really is a marathon, it's not a sprint, and whoever the real builders are, we're going to see those projects succeed. So, obviously, XRP and Ethereum, they use different technologies, they perform, you could say, the same application, but their technologies, are very different. So, at the end of the day, we're trying to improve problems in the market. And what we're doing is we're using really just, transparent and decentralized cryptocurrencies that do this. So basically some key differences between these two digital assets is, of course, Ripple is a network created by Ripple Company, also called the Ripple Protocol, or Ripple XRP is their, native digital asset. And the protocol is used for peer-to-peer or, person-to-person or institution-to-institution cross-border transactions and settlement. It provides the facility of instant, secure, and nearly free global transaction of any size. Ethereum, however, they're trying to solve the limitations of a fast and secure transaction with the blockchain scaling solution. So they use blockchain scaling by optimizing data to chain and make a transaction much easier and cheaper for smart contracts. Just keep in mind, Ethereum's all based on smart contracts. That is their edge in the market. And this on-chain scaling system is called Plasma. It is known and used for advantages over other blockchain, technologies, and it gives people a safe and more scalable solution than others. Now, obviously, I think that Cardano has higher potential if we do see some legitimate partnerships. It's highly speculative, and this is not financial advice. This is my opinion. Again, any of these assets can go to zero. Is it, likely? I don't think so. I think we're very early, and I think even a lot of these other altcoins that have some substance behind it will actually move. But I just wanted to cover some of that difference. I always love quoting David Schwartz, as you already know. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you think that, Ethereum's going to do great, do you think Cardano could potentially surpass it? Keep in mind, Cardano's market share is relatively small right now, their market cap in comparison to Ethereum. So you could potentially make a lot more gains in the long run if both succeed, because Cardano is just a sleeping giant. Of course, it's extremely low. I'm not sure if it's like 80% or 90% from its all-time high. I'd have to calculate it. But in my opinion, I'm hoping to ride some Cardano profits and dump them right into XRP, depending on which one goes up first, and then hold long term. I don't really sell. I'll usually transition between, assets, but make sure that you're still taking profits. I know there's a lot of impatient people that get upset when you talk about taking profits, and they blame the consumers on why the market's staying down is because everyone's trading and taking profits. That is so silly to me. The individuals and consumers like us retail investors are not making that big of a difference. This market is so nascent. Really, this market is heavily manipulated. There's a bunch of AI trading bots that are just taking advantage and going between the spreads on all the exchanges. And it's really hard to beat that. So one of the best things to do, of course you can do a bunch of TA and read the charts, but one of the best strategies in the long term is cost dollar average. Hopefully you're getting a relatively low price, your average price of getting into a solid project in holding. A lot of people are upset because obviously you can make a lot of money if you go up 10%, trade into a stable coin. You pray that it retraces and then you improve your position. That is still gambling at the end of the day. I know holding is gambling as well, but there's less emotion involved if you just shut your stuff off and walk away. So that's just my 2 cents. Let me know, guys. I do not know everything. I'm always trying to learn. I know I have a lot of experienced traders on here as well. So let me know if I missed anything between XRP and Ethereum, and let me know what you think is superior, or if you can even compare these two, because I think they'll both succeed. So again, guys, with that, I appreciate it, and until next time.